Good late Sunday evening. I'm meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this December 15th of 2019. We're in between our 1-2 punch of wintry weather that has to roll on through. We got one wave out of here earlier this evening. Now we're waiting for the next one. In fact, it's already taking shape as we go into the late night and certainly as we go into your Monday. Let's look back at where we've been, though, on this Sunday. And if you haven't been outside, you didn't miss much. It was just a cloudy, cold day with areas of mist, drizzle, some of the freezing variety as well. And the farther north you went, that is where we saw a little more in the way of sleet and snow. It's definitely as you work closer to Kansas City and areas around the Beta. But Indigo Sky Casino and Resort pretty much telling the tale of how the day went overall outside of Seneca, Missouri. And this is, again, just wave number one that went on through. And we have already seen most of it already out of here, lifting off to the north and east. We're in a bit of a lull, but we're already beginning to see signs of our next wave working in, and that's resulting in some developing snow and some freezing rain mixing with that as well, off to our south and west. High up in the clouds, but it won't be long before that activity begins to pick up later on in the overnight. But most of us are looking calmer on the SKYWATCH storm tracker, but we're still holding on to winter weather advisories until 6 o'clock Monday evening for a good portion of southeast Kansas, northeast Oklahoma, and southwest Missouri. But once you hit Bourbon County, Linn County, Vernon County, Bates, and St. Clair counties, that is a winter storm warning, because those folks will have more in the way of a little bit of heavier snow, more accumulating snow as we work through your Monday. From 7th and Rangeline, just before the top of the 10 o'clock hour, roads are wet, but we have seen the crews, MoDOT crews, rolling about on Rangeline, so they are definitely keeping a close eye on things, staying on top of things, if I want to jumble a few expressions together. But as far as temperatures go, it's just a struggle to warm up at all today. We started at about 30 in the morning, and all we could do today was hit a high of 35 degrees. That's certainly below our normal high of 47 on a normal December 15th. At least you pick up just a little bit of rain, about 0.04 of an inch of rain at Joplin Regional. Just before the top of the 10 o'clock hour, we had the airport checking in at 31. It feels like 23, though, with the north breeze at 9 miles per hour. Humidity, it's pretty high at 96%. Everybody is in either the upper 20s or generally the lower 30s overall, along and north of 44. But as you dive south of the interstate, certainly in southwestern Missouri, you're still trying to hold on to some mid-30s. Eventually, though, everybody will be around the freezing mark as we head toward the midnight hour, and then we're just going to slowly drop back into the upper 20s to about 30, not only for the morning commute, but as we go throughout at least a good portion of your Monday ahead of us. And, of course, we will have our next wave picking things up in terms of precip as we get closer to sunrise and, unfortunately, for the Monday morning drive. The SKYWATCH Storm Tracker, again, has us in a bit of a lull, but we are beginning to see signs of the next wave getting things going. The wave coming out of the Rockies, resulting in quite a bit of mountain snow in parts of southern Colorado, has actually fired up additional snow now in parts of southwestern Kansas, the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas, a little batch in northern Oklahoma, right around, let's say, Enid, Vance Air Force Base, certainly north of Oklahoma City. That is a result of wave number 2 coming out of the Rocky Mountain Range. This guy, in particular, in the upper levels, this upper low, coming out of Utah and Colorado. That will have to swing on through, then we'll be in the clear as we go toward the middle of the week. In the lower levels, though, near the surface, even though the bulk of this surface system, these couple lows in particular, are staying just to our south, they're passing close by to ensure that we get a northerly breeze to keep the cold air in place, and it's also pulling in quite a bit of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, too. That will result in some severe weather for parts of the Gulf Coast in the deep south as we go into Monday. For us, it's just another round of wintry weather we have to contend with before we get the system out of here come Monday evening. So, what does the future track have to say regarding this next wave? It starts off relatively quiet going into the overnight hours, but once we get past 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, that next wave comes in from the west. Some of our northwestern counties will see some light snow getting going as a result. As we work closer to sunrise and the start of the morning drive officially, that wave could result in an area of rain, freezing rain, and sleet along and south of the I-44 corridor. And depending how cold it gets aloft at times with that morning batch along I-44, that could mix in with a little bit of snow too. So in general, we're calling this a wintry mix, a mess of things to start your Monday morning out. Then across the entire area as we go in toward lunchtime and Monday afternoon, temperatures all across the area, from the top of the atmosphere all the way down. It'll be cold enough for all this to switch over to snow, so we'll have to contend with snow for the evening drive home from work and school, if schools will continue to be in session for Monday. Then once we get past Monday evening, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, that is when this wave will move on out. We'll calm things down going into Monday night. As far as temperatures go, it's just going to be cold once again. Early morning highs around 31, and then we'll be in the upper 20s to near 30 for a good portion of the late morning and certainly going into the afternoon. Quick look at Monday night and Tuesday morning, thankfully again, has the system out of here. This last wave pushing on out, but we'll be starting cold Tuesday morning, even though we'll be mostly clear by sunrise Tuesday morning. Lows in the upper teens to lower 20s, and then we'll only rebound to maybe the upper 30s, and we'll be lucky if we can get close to 40 with mostly sunny skies Tuesday afternoon. As far as additional ice to expect, so far we're keeping things on the light side overall. And generally, across a good portion of the area, additional trace to 1/10 of an inch, maybe a little bit more if those heavier bands of freezing rain or sleet along the I-44 corridor can come together. As far as additional snow amounts are concerned, we're keeping these additional snow amounts light overall. Nothing too major, but this could certainly be a nuisance for any traveling on the roads during the morning or certainly going into Monday afternoon and early Monday evening. Around the Joplin area, Pittsburgh, Parsons, Independence, the same on that point south and west, about an additional inch tops. And then once you go north of that area, probably an additional 1 to 3 inches of accumulating snowfall before we finally get rid of the system come Monday night. 19 Tuesday morning, then we'll rebound to 39 under mostly sunny skies Tuesday afternoon. We're back in the mid-40s Wednesday, upper 40s on Thursday. We'll see if another system can bring us some rain chances on Friday, but fortunately by then we'll be back around 50 to start the weekend out. 51 on Saturday, then hopefully mid-50s by the time next Sunday rolls around. Have a good night, have a great Monday, and let's be careful on the roads once again.